Hi everyone, I'm back and today I'm going to show you all how to make Gina's giblet gravy. Here's what you will need. You will need the turkey giblets. You will need 2 small garlic cloves chopped fine. You will need 1 stalk of celery chopped roughly. You will need green bell pepper and a couple of slices of onion. You will need sage, onion, parsley flakes, garlic powder, maggi pollo, salt, chicken broth, cornstarch, carnation, evaporated milk, heavy whipping cream, and you will need sauteed vegetables. Now these vegetables is celery, green bell peppers, and onions nice and sauteed. And I just sauteed these in a little bit of butter. Now normally when I do my giblet gravy, of course it's normally the holiday and I'm cooking a turkey and I have that neck. The neck is I usually cook the neck with my giblets, but none of the stores are selling necks right now, so I don't have it. So we do have our giblets here. We have our giblets, our liver, and the turkey tails. Now, the first thing that we want to do, let's go in. Let me show you my pot. I'm using my favorite pot, my wok that I love to use. And I have water filled in half the way. We're going to go ahead and put our turkey tails in just like so. All right. We're going to put our liver in just like so. And also the giblets. All right. I know a lot of you say giblets. I say giblets. Which one is the correct way to say it? I've always wondered that. Okay, so now we have our meat in. Let's go ahead and put some seasoning in here because this is going to be our broth that's going to make this beautiful gravy. So you want to make it as flavorful as possible, as flavorful as possible. Let's put some ground sage in there. You have to have ground sage, guys, when it's the holidays. All right, some onion powder. Put a nice amount of onion powder in there. Let's give it some good flavor. All right, if you all know me, you know I love parsley. Let's put it in just for color. All right, we're gonna put some garlic powder in. And my favorite, maggi pollo. All right, that's give you a chicken bouillon flavor, which I love. Okay, and then I want to go in and grab some salt. We'll put some salt in just like so, not too much, just enough to season it. And let's come back over here. All right, and what I want to do is I want to put this whole carton, this is a 2-pound carton, 32 ounces of chicken broth. I want to put that whole thing right in there. Okay, it's going to seem like a whole lot, but I'm making a lot of gravy, guys. All right, and a lot of this will evaporate. So that's why I'm using so much. All right, so then let's go in and we want to put that garlic clove in. That's 2 small garlic cloves. And make sure you use the fresh kind. Don't use the kind in a jar, everybody. When you use fresh, you get a better taste. Trust me when I tell you this. Our celery stalk, bell peppers, and just a couple onions. And what that will do, that's going to disintegrate into Flavorland, right? Because we're going to cook these giblets so long, it's going to get nice and soft, and it's just going to, like I said, honestly, disintegrate into Flavorland. Okay, so we're going to let this go. I'm going to let this come to a roiling boil, and then I'm going to turn it down to like a medium, maybe a medium high, and I want this to get nice and tender. I'm not going to cover it up. Let me get this. I'm not going to cover it up. Let's give it a nice stir. We want this to get nice and tender. Once this gets nice and tender, I'll show you our next step. I grew up on giblet gravy, and my family would make the best giblet gravy. You hear me? And now I'm seeing all of these recipes today where people put boiled eggs in their giblet gravy. I've never heard of that, and I'm thinking about doing it. I'll decide when I'm almost to the point where I'm getting ready to, where my giblets are getting done, I'll figure out if I want to go ahead and give it a try. I think it would be something that I would like. So now let's let this get nice and tender, everybody, and I'll be back and I'll show you how to make this beautiful giblet gravy. Everyone, I'm back. It's been 2 long hours and my giblets are nice and well done. Here's what we're going to do. And let me show you this. See how, remember, the water and the broth was way up here, and now it's evaporated to down to there. All right, so now let's go ahead and take our giblets and our meat out. We're going to put it on our cutting board, and we're going to dice it up. All right, just like so. All right, this has got so much meat in it, so much turkey meat. All right, let's see. Okay, let me find the giblets. I'm going to search through here to get all the giblets out. I'm going to show you how we need to cut them, and then we'll thicken up our broth. And we're going to make this beautiful gravy, guys. My mouth is seriously watering for this. You hear me? Woo, I'm so excited. You know what? During Thanksgiving and Christmas, this is what I look forward to. I look forward to the giblet gravy. I put giblet gravy on almost everything. You hear me? And my family, they just douse it all over their whole plate. I mean, I've seen them put it on top of their macaroni and cheese, on top of everything. But it's so good. You can literally just take a bowl of this and just, woo, just go to town with it. All right, got all of our giblets out. I'm going to take these really big pieces of celery out. Okay, because remember, we're going to incorporate these sauteed vegetables. All right, I don't want these real big, huge pieces, so I will take those out. All right, let me finish getting these pieces of meat out. Meanwhile, let's come over here. I have a clean cutting board that we're going to need to chop our meat up on. I need to let the meat cool down for a few minutes so that I can handle it. I like a lot of, I don't know about you all, but I like a lot of meat in my giblet gravy. That's why it's called giblet gravy. You're supposed to see the giblets in there. You hear me? I hate to have a gravy that doesn't have enough meat in it. Oh, I want the meat in there, guys. Now this broth is so flavorful. I tasted it and it is amazing. Woo, it's amazing. It's the best turkey broth you could ever taste. Because this right here, it has so much flavor, along with the vegetables and the spices that we put in. All right, let's give this a few minutes to cool down. We'll chop this up. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, let's go ahead and we're going to start chopping up our meat. This is a part of the liver. All right, just chop it up nice. Nobody wants huge chunks in it, but you want it to be big enough so that people can taste it. All right, so just like so. And if I had the turkey neck at this point, what I would be doing is, what you do with the turkey neck is you kind of grab a hold of it like this and you just pull that meat off. You just do like this in this motion and that meat will just strand off. All right, but that's how you do the turkey neck if you had one. This Thanksgiving, I'll definitely have one because I'm making turkey. All right, I gotta taste this. Oh my goodness. So delectable. All right, so I'm going to continue to cut these down. All right, and scoot that aside. Let me show you how much meat is onto these tails. Look at this, guys. See that? That's pure turkey meat. You hear me? And it's so, I don't even have to tell you guys. It's so good. You know. You already know. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So I got some meat to take off of here. I'm going to press the video on pause. I'll come back after I get everything taken off of the bone and get everything chopped up. And then I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, everyone, all of our meat is nice and cut up. Look at all of this meat, guys. That's a lot of meat there. Okay, so now let's come right on over here to our pot. Let me get a good picture. All right, let's see. And we're going to put our meat in just like so. All right, try not to splatter it all over the place like I just did. All right, let's get that in there. Ooh, my mouth is watering. And so when I taste this tonight, I'm going to imagine, get my imaginary cap out, and I'm going to imagine that I'm eating this on top of turkey and dressing and dinner rolls, homemade dinner rolls. All right, so now, let me turn this. Okay, let's bring this back up to a boil. All right, now meanwhile, over here on the other burner, let me turn that way so you all can see. Just like so, I have a half a stick of butter. All right, and what we're going to do, let me move my milk out the way. What we're going to do is we're going to melt this butter and we're going to do equal parts flour. Okay, because we're going to start off making a roux. Now, sometimes, and I didn't tell you all that I was going to use flour today. Sometimes I do a combination of the flour and cornstarch, and that's what I'm going to do today. I have 2 tablespoons, let me show you, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and a half a cup of flour, okay? And once this butter gets nice and melted, I'm going to incorporate the flour into the butter, and this will be our thickener. All right? Now, if you didn't want to do the flour and butter, you're more than welcome to take cornstarch and make a slurry with cold water. Mix cold water in your cornstarch, and then you just pour it in your broth, and your broth will thicken up after boiling. All right? So either or would be just fine. There's not one better than the other, okay? I just kind of go with the flow and do whatever I feel. All right? So let's go ahead and get our flour very well incorporated into the butter. I'm trying to stay away from the camera. I took my shower and I got PJs on. All right, just like so. All right, looks like I might need a little bit more butter, and I do. So I'll just grab a little bit more butter, no problem. No problem there. All right, just like so. And then what we're going to do, we're going to pour a little bit of this broth into our roux. All right, and then we're going to pour our roux into the broth. If that makes any sense. But I tell you what, it's so simple. Trust me when I tell you all. All right, come on, butter, melt for me, baby. That's what I'm wanting. There you go. Now this flour has soaked up all of the butter, and it's going to start to get a darker color. I need some more butter. And what you want to do when you make your roux, your whole point in making the roux, you want to make sure that you cook that flour taste out of there. Get that flour taste out of there, all right? And you will. Just be patient, like I always like to tell you all. Patience is the key to good cooking, right? Can never go wrong when you have patience. Take your time, all right? I'm going to continue to cook this down for a few minutes until it gets a little bit darker and we cook the raw flour taste out, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, now that we've cooked some of the raw taste from the roux out, from the flour out, we're going to go ahead and add us some milk. All right, just add you some. All right, you all might say, how much, Gina? Just add some and then start to whisk away. Okay, you want to start to whisk away immediately. All right, because it's going to thicken up on you. All right, so then as it thickens up, you just add more milk and you go at it, just like so. Okay, once I get it to the consistency that I'm looking for, I'm going to add some of this broth to our roux. And then we'll add our roux to the broth. All right, kind of whisk away, just like so. Beautiful. I'm going to turn this heat down a little. And now I'm going to put some of the broth in like I told you all. All right. Check me out, guys. All right. Now, here's where the flavor happens. You hear me? Here's where the love is incorporated. All right. I'm making a mess on my stove. You all that know me, you know I can't stand a mess in the kitchen. I got to wipe that up. Now, my holiday gravy, I love for my holiday gravy to be light in color. I don't like to have a brown gravy. And the reason why is because I grew up on my holiday gravy being light, and so that's what I like. Okay? It might be silly, but it's serious. That's what I like. There we go. Beautiful. See this? And so now what we've done, we've whisked so much to where there will be no lumps. See how this is nice and smooth? That's my oven letting me know that it's ready. I'm going to heat some dinner rolls up really quickly because I'm going to pour this gravy over top of some dinner rolls. Okay, so now here's what we do. Let's turn over towards our beautiful broth. And put my milk in the refrigerator. All right, and then we're going to add our beautiful roux. Get it all in there, guys. Get all that goodness. All right. Now, this is going into that flavorful broth. That broth has so much flavor. All right, let me get all this goodness out. I'm going to turn it this way. Beautiful. And then we're going to go in again and whisk away. All right, just like so. Let me get the rest out. Beautiful. Boy, this pan is heavy. That's the color. This is what I'm looking for, guys. Now, turn this up on medium high. All right. Turn it up. This will get nice and thick. Now, we want to go ahead and incorporate our sauteed peppers, onions, and celery. And I decided, I contemplated and thought about it, if I wanted to put the boiled egg in it. I don't want to, guys. I don't want to. I know I gotta try new things, but I'm so afraid. Why? I'm afraid because I've never tried it before that way. I didn't grow up with the boiled egg in there, but I'm sure, like the whole world does it, I'm sure it would be great. Like I said, because I love boiled eggs. I'll do it some other time. And then I'll let you all know what I think. All right, so here's that. And the next thing I would like to do, I'm going to give this a taste and see what my seasoning tastes like. Oh man, that is, woo, that's good. I'm going to put a little bit of onion powder. All right. I'm going to put some garlic powder. I'm going to put some parsley flakes. And that's all for the seasoning. This is so well seasoned. Man, it's so beautiful. It's like I got the broth from the turkey. All right, I'm just putting my spices up. Okay. So then, I'd like to go in with carnation, evaporated carnation milk. This will make your gravy nice and velvety. Okay, I'm going to put that in. This is 3/4 of a cup that's left in the can. All right, and then I'm going to use some whipping cream. I'm just going to put a whirl in. Hey, that's good. All right. So now I'm going to bring this up to a boil. I'm going to come back and then I'll show you what it looks like, guys. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Now, what I did while my video was on pause, I wasn't happy how thick it was. So I went ahead and I took 2 tablespoons of cornstarch mixed with just a little bit of water, and I poured that in there and it thickened up the way that I like it. Look at this, guys. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit so you can see. This is my holiday giblet gravy. And look at those huge pieces of meat, guys. Look at this. Oh my goodness. If this don't get you ready for the holidays, I don't know what does. You all asked for giblet gravy and here it is. Check it out, guys. Look at those. And I love the pieces of the bell peppers and onions and celery in there that we sauteed ahead of time. It gives it so much texture and lots of flavor. Look at this, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and taste it. And what I did, don't laugh at me, guys. I got 2 dinner rolls. Oops, let me fix my camera. I got 2 brown and served dinner rolls. And we are going to act like that's turkey and dressing. And I'm just going to pour that gravy all over this dinner roll. And I'm about to sop it up with this dinner roll. Okay, so watch this, guys. I'm a sucker for a good drizzle. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. Oh. See, if that gravy doesn't do it, guys, I don't know what does. Look at this. Oh, see, I live for that. Oh, that gravy is so beautiful. Okay, let's give it a try. Ooh, I'm tasting it right now. Woo-wee. All right. Give me 1 second, get my fork, or let's see, I'll grab a spoon. I'm going to taste this, and I'm going to let you all know what it tastes like. If you all enjoyed this video, hey, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And make sure you click on that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload one of these awesome videos. All right, let's see, let's go in. This right here is my giblet gravy. Look at this, guys. Hold on, let me get you some meat in there. And I want you all to give this a taste. Taste that right there. Taste that right there. Oh my goodness. I am so excited. Hold on. There it is, guys. That's that flavor. Ooh, that's the flavor that I'm looking for. When I think of giblet gravy, this is what it looked like. This is what it tastes like, guys. Look at that. Oh, goodness. Let me put this down. I'm going to go in for that dinner roll. Well, I'm supposed to be imagining this is a piece of turkey. Taste that right there, guys. Oh my goodness. It's Thanksgiving, guys. It's Thanksgiving at the Youngs. You hear me? Give me some more of that gravy. Give me a little bit more of that gravy. Oh. This right here is delicious. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at all that meat. Ooh. Boy, is that good. Boy, is that good. You slap that on top of your turkey on your plate. You slap that on top of those buttery mashed potatoes and that dressing. Oh, man. Oh, it's so good. So tasty, so flavorful. I promise you, you follow this recipe, you will be so happy with your gravy. All right, I'm going in again. My husband just yelled for me a few minutes ago. He's like, baby, can you please give me a piece of that sweet potato pie with the pecans on top? I'm like, yeah. He's like, can you give me some milk with some ice in it? I'm like, yeah. He's tearing down on that sweet potato pie. If you all haven't seen that video yet, check it out. What is so good? I love the chunks and the pieces in it. I was thinking tomorrow, because this is a lot of gravy. And trust me, I'm not going to waste it. I was thinking that tomorrow I'm not really sure. I might make some Cornish hens and have this gravy along the side of the Cornish hens. That'll be a good way to eat up some of this gravy. Look at this, guys. Boy, is that good. You hear me? I think I put my foot in this one. And as always, God bless. Have a great night. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you that watches and messages me. Have a great night. God bless.